Raceville, New York. Tonight, he is going to win the Rush Hour 30.
We've got one up and hard and over. Another 2 cars, 3 cars involved. We're ready. Woody's ready. Weedsport, are you ready? Race fans, wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point harness. Grandpa, take a Viagra pill. It's time to get it on. Race fans, it's showtime.
Your sportsman winner, Kevin Ridley.
Connor Cleveland will win his second feature of the year at the port. Friesen will hold off all advancement and win the Heroes Remembered 100.
Eric Rudolph out of Ransomville, New York, third-generation driver, picks up the win for the Hall of Fame 100.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see all of you at the races.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Weedsport Speedway as we are live for show number 2 of Off Track TV. Along with Dan Kapusinski, I'm the voice, Shane Andrews, and Dan, we are back here to a sunny and beautiful Weedsport Speedway. Unfortunately, again this week, rain was the headline.
Yeah, it was the factor at quite a few tracks this week, including right here at Weedsport Speedway. Unfortunately, we lost the big World of Outlaws show on Sunday, but the forecast looking pretty favorable right now for the big Super Dirt Car Series show on Monday night. We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Oh, we're going to rebound big time as we've got the Heroes Remembered 100 coming up on Monday, May 27th. You know, Dan, we encourage everybody to be a part of our show. We want you to tweet us. We want you to email us your questions, and we want to hear from you. If there's something on your mind, something you want to ask Dan or I, we're more than happy to answer your questions. I can be reached on Twitter at NYVoice13. That's NYVoice13. And Dan, your Twitter handle?
Yep, at Dan_Kapusinski.
You can also email our questions at weedsportproductions.com. So give us a shout. Let us know what you're thinking, what you're talking about, what you're thinking about. And I look forward to the challenge, Dan.
For sure. It's always great to hear from fans and get an idea of what they're looking to see and answer them the best we can. It's part of the fun.
You know, Dan, we have a big race coming up here this weekend on the 27th, Monday, Memorial Day. It is a great holiday here in the United States as we take time to take the opportunity to remember those who gave their lives for this great country.
That's right. You know, Memorial Day weekend, a huge racing weekend for people all over the world, especially right here at Weedsport Speedway. A big $7,500 to win event coming up on Monday night. Always fantastic here at the port.
What do you say we take a little bit of a trip back in time? As a matter of fact, 1 year ago to the Heroes Remembered 100 as we take a look at what happened in the Big Block Modified Super Dirt Car Series here at the Weedsport Speedway. Here at the Weedsport Speedway, the beautiful 4-wide salute to the fans.
It's always special here at Weedsport, obviously, because of that fantastic light show as well. But early in the season, you get to see that 4-wide look and see these drivers put on the show of the year.
1 year ago was Brett Hearn in the number 20 and the 44, Stuart Friesen doing battle up front with that number 3 of Billy Dunn giving chase.
And once again, Shane, the racetrack shaping up to be typical Weedsport style 1 year ago on this weekend. A good lane on the bottom side. Not quite a cushion on the top, but enough for Stuart Friesen to go up there and put it to use.
You can see 2 drivers lurking in the shadows, working their way to the front. The number 9S, a Super Matt Shepard, and that number 6H, a Mad Max McLaughlin, starting to make his way to the front.
That's right. Mad Max really used used this race last year to sort of put himself right back in the championship and victory discussion on the Super Dirt Series. He's still searching for that first career win, but he certainly made his presence known on this night a year ago.
Eric Rudolph, a former feature winner here at the Speedway as well, in that number 25R, also making his way to the front. Jimmy Phelps in the number 98H, also trying to get his way up on the podium, racing the top side. But this night, Dan, really belonged to one driver, and that was the Stuart Friesen, number 44.
Yeah, Stewie got out front, really had this race in command. You can see he's well out front in lap traffic right now, but I was really, truly impressed with McLaughlin, showing the patience that it took to roll the inside of the racetrack like he did. Matt Shepard actually chasing after somebody, following somebody through the field. McLaughlin was showing him the way through the pack.
Mike Mahaney in the number 88, troubles for him on the left front of that machine as he ducks to the pits, as Friesen once again up in front, chose the top side for the restart, but you look at the groove that he used right there on the top, propelling him around the Weedsport Speedway.
Well, and you can make that work on those restarts as well, because you can carry a little more speed. We saw Willie Decker had issues here out of corner number 4. That tightened up the field one more time. This time on the restart, McLaughlin on the inside of the second row, and again, just keeping that car straight and steady on the bottom side, able to roll right up underneath Jimmy Phelps out of turn 2.
Have to give a shout out to the number 3 of Billy Dunn, who had a stout race car underneath him all race long, but he just didn't have enough to be able to make the pass for the lead, as we watch some of the biggest stars in big block modified racing. Tim Fuller in that number 19, Pat Ward in the 42P, Matt Shepard, who was looking for his 8th series championship in 2018, trying to use this race to help propel him forward.
That's right, but again, Matt Shepard just kind of dogging McLaughlin here through the middle portion of this one, kind of going everywhere the 6H goes to try and work his way through the field. But again, out front, Stuart Friesen, you get out front, run those laps in front of the field, you get into a good rhythm, and he was just able to kind of propel his way away from everybody here in this one.
Not only the rhythm, but how many times have we said this over the course of every race that you and I have worked together? Momentum.
Well, for sure, especially on a racetrack that's slick like this from top to bottom. You know, Stewie's always able to keep the car pointed straight, keep the rear tires moving. He's not shocking those rear tires at all, throwing that car off. But look at the battles back in the field, especially as these guys were working through lap traffic. 3 lanes of racing all the way across the speedway.
Billy Dunn in the 3, the number 98H of Jimmy Phelps, the 9S of Matt Shepard, the 25R of Eric Rudolph, all moving to the front of the field as the race ticked on and got longer as the laps wind down. These guys, you know, they always say the cream rises to the top, and this is what exactly is happening.
Especially in a 100-lap show like this one, the guys have the time to work to the front. But you know, Shane, I'm getting excited. We're going to see this on Monday. You know, it feels like it's been obviously it's been over a month since you or I have seen a Super Dirt Car Series race.
Absolutely.
So this is just fantastic to get kind of wet the whistle a little bit before we come back on Monday.
And you notice this year, going into turn number 1 and 2 right here, it's going to be a little bit different for the drivers when they come here on Monday.
That's right. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago, about 3 feet wider going into that first turn. You can see Mad Max finally going to the outside of the racetrack, caught up to Friesen, and Friesen had to throw the elbow there on Varon out of turn 2 to try to get through traffic, and that gave him a little bit extra room. But now these guys, we talk about the first turn being a little bit wider, you may not have to throw that elbow as much. You might have a little bit more room to work with.
I have a feeling we're still going to see a little bit of an elbow thrown here and a little bit of an elbow thrown there as these guys learn how to maneuver through the track, but they'll adapt to it quickly. We read books, they read racetracks better than I can read. Checkered flag falls, and it's Stuart Friesen picking up the win with Mad Max McLaughlin coming home in position number 2. Jimmy Phelps was 3rd, and Eric Rudolph finished in position number 4. But this night again, standing tall in Victory Hill was the number 44 of Stuart Friesen. A big win, another win for him here at the Weedsport Speedway.
Right. And he always stands tall when the money is on the line. Big paying shows, Stuart Friesen, Matt Shepard, and the like. Those guys are going to be at the front of the pack. I missed that last year. Mad Max gave him a little nudge at the end of it just to let him know what a great race that was. And a sight Northeast fans are used to seeing, Stuart Friesen on top of Victory Hill.
Well, Friesen will be here on Monday, May 27th for the Heroes Remembered 100 for the Big Block Modified Super Dirt Car Series. Get here early. We're expecting a packed house.
That's right. Stuart Friesen and Max McLaughlin, the guys that went 1-2, are going to be in the field on Monday. Going to be a beautiful day for racing.
You know, Dan, it's a new season of racing here in the Northeast for 2019, and that means new things on the season, and we have a new segment coming up in just a moment called the Weekly Wrap-Up.
That's right. We're finally going to have some highlights for you guys. We're going to look back at some of the the ESS action from Outlaw Speedway and Thunder Mountain, also the modified and sportsman events from Land of Legends.
That's right. When we return, we're going to take a little look at what happened and what you may have missed on the racetrack this past weekend. More from the Weedsport Speedway Off Track TV when we return.
Weedsport Speedway is home of the fastest cars and biggest stars. With over $1 million in recent upgrades, our fans know this is the premier race destination in the Northeast. The fan experience is at the forefront of everything we do. LED light shows, luxury suites, premium stadium seating, and a 27-foot HD video display to engage and entertain fans. And by the way, our fans? Yeah, our fans kick ass. They are committed and loyal. They bring their families to races. They consistently engage with us over social media, on our website, and tune into our incredible productions airing on national TV and streaming online. This year features an exciting season of events. It's a blast to go fast. Want to talk to a growing audience and next-generation fans? Customized sponsorship opportunities make it super easy. We have event sponsorships, product sponsorships, digital billboards, web, social, digital ads, race day displays and signage, booths and promotions. Video opportunities both in venue, on national TV, and streaming online. The drivers, the excitement, the speed. The Port Burgers are why fans show up. At Weedsport Speedway, our venue and production are the reason they keep coming back. Be a part of the best season yet.
I'm gonna be somebody. All right, people.
The Outlaws and Renegades Tours coming to Weedsport Speedway, starring Travis Tritt.
These chains.
Proud you rebel, the South's gonna do it again.
And the Charlie Daniels Band with special guest the Cadillac 3. Saturday, June 22nd at Weedsport Speedway. Tickets available online at weedsportspeedway.com. Get your VIP upgrades before they sell out.
Welcome back to the Weedsport Speedway Off Track TV. Shane Andrews, Dan Kapazinski, and Dan, we saw that commercial for the Outlaws and Renegades. Again, I cannot stress to everybody, that is not a touring series that is coming to the racetrack. It is a concert. That's right. You know it's summer when they're picking at the port.
That's right.
Travis
That's right.
Tritt, Charlie Daniels, and the Cadillac 3. And this is where I take a moment during our show to make my impassionate plea to Charlie Daniels to please play Uneasy Rider. That's all I ask. I just want to hear it. I'll even, no, I'm not going to sing it, but I want to hear it.
I don't blame you.
Some great events coming up. And Dan, Monday, we can't talk about this enough as well. May 27th, Weedsport Speedway right here, the Heroes Remembered 100. And we've got a great ticket option for the race fans.
That's correct. For those of you tuned in right now, if you have not yet purchased your reserve seat for Monday's Heroes Remembered 100, you can go to weedsportspeedway.com, the tickets tab right now, $32 reserve seat, and you automatically get an advanced fan pit upgrade to go into the pit area when you show up here at the racetrack at 5 o'clock. But you have to make that purchase by the end of the night tonight. So if you haven't done it, get online right after the show, go to weedsportspeedway.com, buy that reserve seat, you can go into the pit area.
Don't forget, pick up your tickets. Get here. You want to be here. Weedsport Speedway, Monday, May 27th, the Big Block Modified Super Dirt Car Series, plus the Sportsman and the CRSA Sprints are going to be here as well. Well, we have a new segment that we want to debut here tonight on Off Track TV. It is called the Weekly Wrap-Up. It's your opportunity to catch up on some of the racing action that took place over the past weekend.
That's right, Shane. The ESS Sprint Car is making their first race of the 2019 season. It was at the Outlaw Speedway on Friday night. Paulie, Cola Giovanni, and Jonathan Preston right up there in row number 1. Preston looking for his first career ESS Sprint Car win. Got a fantastic jump off the outside of row number 1, but unfortunately, a caution flag early on would re-rack him and re-stack him. Cola Giovanni this time got the edge out into corner number 2. Preston tried to slice it back underneath, was not able to do so. As you get a peek right here at Davey Franick going to the inside of turn 3 for the runner-up spot. But look at Jason Barney, the 87 on the bottom side. He gets caught up with Preston, spins down into the infield, the defending champ. Had to restart at the tail of the field, but there was more trouble on the front stretch. Josh Ozzie and that 17 machine. Yellow lights came on, a little bit of confusion. Ozzie goes up and over a wheel and into the fence. When all was said and done at the end of this one, Preston restarted, got out in front, ran away with it. His first career Empire Super Sprints feature victory for Jonathan Preston on Friday night at the Outlaw Speedway. Paulie Cola Giovanni came across the line in second. Franick took third. Paul Kinney and Matt Tanner rounded out the top 5. And Shane, there's nothing like a first career victory.
That's right, as Jonathan Preston, first race of the year, picking up his first career win at Outlaw. The next night, the Empire Super Sprints invaded the Thunder Mountain Speedway in Center Lisle, New York, as the 10 of Jeff Cook and the 87 of Jason Barney, who was debuting a new race car, brought the field down to the green. But there was trouble behind them as the 41 of Josh Flint goes up and over in the number 41. He was A-OK. As racing resumes, some heavy racing action. Keep your eye on No Panic. Davey Franick on the top side. He'll tiptoe around the number 10 of Jeff Cook to pick up the position, but it wouldn't be enough as racing Jason Barney would go on to collect the win at the Thunder Mountain Speedway on night number 2 of the Empire Super Sprints. So racing Jason climbs up top, waves the flag, and he'll enjoy the spoils of victory lane with Davey Franick and Jeff Cook.
I'm proud as the promoter to the Land of Legends Raceway and this long-standing Canandaigua half mile that we make sure we respect those people that are those pebbles that leave a splash in the water, and we see these ripples that continue to grow here more than 50 years later. 1961, we're here 58 years later, the Johnson family and the friends and fans still continue to grow and still continue to tell stories and create memories for our fans, families, and the Johnson family alike. So I'm proud on behalf of the Land of Legends, our staff, and families that we are inducting Milt Johnson into the Wall of Fame here in 2019.
I don't know, a few words, I guess. I'd like to thank Paul for doing this. You know, this is really great for the family, the grandkids, and everybody. And I'm sure he's smiling down. You know, there was I couldn't even count the Saturday nights that he's been here. You know, most of his life, I think, on a Saturday night he's spent here. So, and he loved building the motors, and he loved watching his motors run. And, you know, he just had a lot of fun racing, and we miss him.
I know that if Milt was still with us, he'd be honored to have his name here on the Hall of Fame. And it's a great deal what you did for him. And I just, you know, he was here many Saturday nights, and you know, I was kind of always an outlaw going chasing the dream somewhere else. But he was always, you know, he was always. I rode to the shop with him many days and had a lot of fun with him. Worked on my car at his shop, and surely miss those days.
A fantastic night for the Johnson family at the Land of Legends Raceway. Congratulations to Milt Johnson. His son Alan inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2017. Danny Johnson, a 2019 inductee of the Northeast Modified Hall of Fame, as Milt Johnson honored. Sportsmen are up on the track.
Lots of racing action at Land of Legends on Saturday, too. The Dirt Car Sportsman, Jeff Davoli, started on the pole position. He was able to work the bottom side of the speedway to get out to the race lead, but it was Nick Guerri, the 25G machine, rolling the middle of the racetrack to perfection. He stole the lead out of turn number 4, but that was until Guerri ran into issues coming out of corner number 2, lost the fire on that machine. That would hand the lead over to defending Dirt Car Sportsman Series champion Kevin Root. He stormed out of corner number 4 to get his first win at Land of Legends this season, and at number 34 machine, a great run for Root. Kane Bristol came across the line in second ahead of Ricky Newton. Andrew Smith and Matt Guerri were the top 5 in sportsman action.
The big block modifieds were next to the speedway for a 35-lap battle as Jimmy Marin, the number 31, and the Dr. Danny Johnson in the 27J brought the field down to the green. The Doctor would jump out in front with Alan Johnson, his brother, running second, but Dylan Groover had his own thoughts and plans as he takes the number 2 position away in car number 12. Meanwhile, behind them, after paying the tolls on the thruway after starting someplace by Buffalo, Matt Shepard, the 9S, was making his way to the front. Here he goes after Groover for position number 2, picks up the pony tire, and he'll take the lead away from the Dr. Danny Johnson. Dan, any guesses what happens after that?
I got one.
Yeah, that's right. He runs away and hides. Matt Shepard will pick up his 3rd consecutive win at the Land of Legends, his 10th win in a row in 2019. Another day in the office behind the wheel of his potent big block modified. Billy Dunn 2nd, Jimmy Phelps 3rd, Alan Johnson 4th, and Justin Harris 5th. And we might as well wrap it up with what gets my vote for best dance of the night.
The weekly wrap-up outtakes right here. Nicholas Root. Is that the floss, Shane?
I don't know what it is,
it's
but
something.
My hip hurts from watching
I know.
it.
I would have fallen right off.
Oh, my gosh. I would just fall off the roof trying to do that.
No doubt. But Nicholas, he always has a blast. He's always in victory lane with his father. It's great to see. And he's a kart racer. He'll be here on Sunday ripping around the kart track.
I think we're going to see him in a big block modified or a sprint car someday. Speaking of those karts, we've got them coming up this Sunday. And when we return to Off Track TV, we're going to take a look at what you can expect to see this Sunday with the Kartway. Don't go anyplace.
Fresh off our global arena tour, Nitro Circus is coming to Syracuse for the first time with our craziest show ever, the You Got This Tour. We've spent the last year traveling the world collecting the best riders, building new contraptions, testing bigger ramps, and creating the most entertaining live show we've ever produced. Nitro Circus is coming to MPT Bank Stadium Saturday, June 1st. Get your tickets now at tickets.com.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado. It's the official truck of calloused hands and elbow grease. The official truck of getting to work and getting to work. Of late nights and date nights. It's the official truck of homecoming and coming home. The all-new Chevy Silverado. The strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. It's the official truck of real people.
This is 95X.
Alternative rock. Don't you worry, baby. No
Syracuse Rock Alternative 95X.
As we come back here to the Weedsport Speedway for Off Track TV Live, we welcome you back. And Dan, the future is bright here at the Weedsport Speedway, not only on the big track, but also on the go-kart track. And those future stars are going to be, and present stars, are going to be featured this Sunday.
That's right. Sunday, May 26th, the first of the 5-race series for the Weedsport Kartway, going to take place right here on the Weedsport Speedway complex. We're going to have 8 different divisions of kart racing taking place. Racers from age 5 all the way to perhaps 55 will be in competition here on Sunday. A lot of karts expected, probably close to 150 entries expected for this event on Sunday afternoon.
And the Weedsport Kartway made its debut in October of 2018 to rave reviews and a stellar turnout of racers.
Yeah, we actually, for that show, we ran 2 days of action in one day. We technically had over 300 entries. We ran for about 12 straight hours. We got everything in. The racing was absolutely fantastic. Got a lot of great feedback, so we've already been making improvements to the facility to make this event better. The on and off roads to the track have been paved. We've also run some plastic sheeting down the outside front stretch wall. It was actually catching some of the wheels on the go-karts and causing a little bit of damage. So Jimmy Phelps and the guys have been going non-stop to continue and improve this facility, and we're looking forward to a stout field of entries on Sunday.
As a kart racer, Dan, what are your impressions and what can we expect to see this Sunday?
Well, you can expect to see the best go-karting racers in the state of New York here on Sunday, and as it turns out, one of the nicest facilities in all of the state. As we know, Weedsport goes big or goes home. There's no doubt about it. So, we're going to have our 4 junior divisions, 3 different adult divisions, and then we're also going to have our Pro Clone 360 class, which pays a guaranteed $1,000 to the winner of that event on Sunday. So some money going to go home, too.
What's this heavy class I've been hearing about?
Super heavy.
Oh, super heavy.
I think you and I are super heavy. Well, I know I'm super heavy. I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I am over the 200-pound limit, so I would qualify for that.
That's right. Well, you get to look at the smaller carts here. These carts only weigh about 160 to 170 pounds without a driver. So you think, well, geez, if a guy weighs 200 pounds, how does he get around the track? Well, don't worry, we have a class for you. That's the super heavy class. But this is actually some highlights of the 360 Pro event last year that Jeff Chapman went on to get victory in. He took home $2,000 for winning this race.
The configuration of the cartway, is it similar to the big track?
It is. It definitely is. Jimmy kind of had that in mind when he was cutting it out. Very tight first corner, very tight fourth corner. It's hard to tell in the video, but that is certainly a D-shaped backstretch here on the cartway as well.
The short port.
The short port. I like it. I'm going to use that tomorrow.
Well, you will be able to see all these drivers, present and future big car racers right here at the Cartway, 10 o'clock on Sunday.
That's right. Gates open at 10 a.m. Racing will start at 1 p.m. For all the information, you can go right to weedsportspeedway.com and click on the Cartway tab at the top of the page.
When we come back, Dan, we're going to be put on the hot seat as we are going to take your questions and we're going to answer them when we return for more Live Track TV.
The Outlaws and Renegades Tours coming to Weedsport Speedway, starring Travis Tritt. And the Charlie Daniels Band with special guest the Cadillac 3. Saturday, June 22nd at Weedsport Speedway. Tickets available online at weedsportspeedway.com. Get your VIP upgrades before they sell out.
Dan, we are live on Off Track TV.
We sure are.
We are, aren't we?
On Off Track TV Live.
That's right, exactly. It's show number 2. I'm still working the kinks out. I ironed my shirt today.
Yeah, there you go.
Even got a flesh gloss. I did, thank you. And thanks to Brett Moses, my makeup artist.
That's right.
It doesn't matter how much makeup you put on me, Hey, we have a lot of fun, and we want you to be a part of our program. You can tweet us your questions throughout the week. I'm at NYVoice13.
At Dan_Kapasinski.
Or you can send your questions to weedsportproductions.com. We want you to get involved with the show. If you've got questions about racing, about anything, we'll do our best to answer it. And we do have some questions right here on my trusty clipboard. And our first one is the smell of rubber 15. That's an interesting name. What are different strategies that a driver would use depending on the size of the racetrack?
Well, I think a lot of that comes into play with the setup of the race car, maybe not necessarily your driving technique. Depending on a track like a Can-Am where it tends to be big and fast and rubber's up, you might have to go with a harder tire or something else and maybe try to be a little bit more patient, whereas at Weedsport you're going to run a softer tire and be able to be a little bit more aggressive throughout the course of a 100-lap distance. So setup would be the big thing that would change in comparison from a large track to a smaller track.
And some of that is also going to depend on the size of the racetrack and how aggressive and how patient a driver can be. You put them on a quarter-mile racetrack, 100 laps is awfully fast. Where you put them on a big half-mile, like the Land of Legends Raceway, it is a little bit of a longer jaunt around the speedway. So patience comes into play depending on the size of the racetrack. Our second question, our dog Big Block, that's a good one. Who is your pick for Monday for the race?
Heroes Remembered 100, Shane. I'll let you go first on this one.
Oh, my. Wow. Do you take the odds? Do you take Do you take the field or do you take Matt Shepard?
Right.
You know, I mean, really, that's what it brings. Listen, if Vegas had odds on this race, that's how it would play out right now. Matt Shepard is the hottest thing in big block modified racing. 10 wins in a row throughout the Northeast. It's hard to bet against him.
It really is. If we were anywhere but Weedsport, probably would go with Matt Shepard. I'm kind of feeling Eric Rudolph. You know, he has had a lot of success here at Weedsport. He really picked up his game in the Super Dirt Car Series the end of last year. I'm looking at Rudolph as a guy that could take down Matt Shepard. You know, the streak may have already ended by the time we get to Monday. If it hasn't, I think Eric Rudolph might be the guy that could step up and get it done.
And to be honest with you, race fans, it really doesn't matter who we pick because there's going to be a field of 28 big block modifieds that are in the show, and any one of those drivers could win that race.
For sure.
And it's going to be a great race, so be here Monday the 27th. Heroes Remembered 100. We've got time for one more question here. Junior is my hero. They must be a Junior fan, obviously. Which Junior, I don't know, but I'm willing to take a guess of who it could be. I saw on Twitter that Max McLaughlin will be racing Monday at Weedsport. Do you think he can come back and finally win? I'll let you go first, Dan.
That'll be a tall order. For sure. You know, Max has been doing some big block racing, has not run with the HBR team to this point here in the Central New York area. He's going to be coming back to run the 6H. He's been doing a lot of asphalt racing lately, to be honest, the K&N Pro Series East. He's also been doing some outlaw kart racing. You know the race car is going to be set up great. You know Max is going to come, you know, ready and raring to go. But there are a lot of guys that are in this field that have been running big blocks all season long. It's going to be tough for Mad Max to come in and get this victory. I'm not saying it won't happen, but he's going to have his work cut out for him.
Yeah, I echo those sentiments. I really do think that Max McLaughlin has a very good chance at winning the race, and it's possible. I mean, I just said 28 drivers are going to be in that field. Any one of those drivers can come into town and pick up the money. We saw him finish second on 2 occasions here at Weedsport in big block modified action. Is it possible? I think so. Will it happen? Well, the only way we're going to find out is to see that race on Monday, and I'm looking forward to it, Dan.
For sure. That's right. Remember, get online right now, get your reserved seat, and get your free fan pit pass upgrade. You can go in and meet Max McLaughlin. Ask him yourself.
That's right, yeah. Ask him, put him right on the spot and say, hey, you're going to win this race? And he'll give you an honest answer.
That's
I
right.
like Max.
That's right.
He won't be sporting the bow tie like he does at the
No, and now he's not going to have the wing on top. I hope he doesn't sail it down into corner number 1 like he's been doing with that outlaw cart.
We've got to take a small break, but when we return, more from the Weedsport Speedway as we are live on Off Track TV.
Fresh off our global arena tour, Nitro Circus is coming to Syracuse for the first time with our craziest show ever, the You Got This Tour. We've spent the last year traveling the world collecting the best riders, building new contraptions, testing bigger ramps, and creating the most entertaining live show we've ever produced. Nitro Circus is coming to MPT Bank Stadium Saturday, June 1st. Get your tickets now at tickets.com.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado. It's the official truck of calloused hands and elbow grease. The official truck of getting to work and getting to work. Of late nights and date nights. It's the official truck of homecoming and coming home. The all-new Chevy Silverado. The strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. It's the official truck of real people.
This is 95X.
Alternative rock. Don't you worry, baby. No cisgender.
Syracuse Rock Alternative 95X.
Welcome back to Off Track TV live here at the Weedsport Speedway. Dan, this Sunday, the 26th of May, the Weedsport Cartway kicks off, and it's the beginning of what is an ambitious schedule for 2019.
It really is a 5-race series for the carts this year at Weedsport. Our big show opening up on Sunday, May 26th. We'll come back with 2 shows in the month of July, another show on August 25th, and then our big Oktoberfest 2 at the end of September. We'll have another $2,000 to win Pro Clone 360 event wrapped up in that one. Again, remember, you can go online, weedsportspeedway.com, to the Cartway tab, and you can follow us on Facebook at Weedsport Cartway.
The pencils down showdown. I love it. That was yours?
That was all me.
Yours.
You got the short port. I got the pencils down showdown.
And, of course, if you can't make it to the Cartway, and we hope you do, great doubleheader this weekend, May 27th, Memorial Day, the Heroes Remembered 100 for the Big Block Modified Super Dirt Car Series, along with the Sportsmen and the CRSA Sprints, all in attendance on Monday night.
You know, and we're going to try to make more of these weekends as we move along with the Cartway paired with the Speedway. We're going to have another double show in July for the Hall of Fame weekend, doing as much as we can to bring the two facilities together and run them as one.
Doesn't matter where you go or what you do, make sure you get to a dirt track near you.
Right.
And we want to see you here Sunday and Monday right here at the Weedsport Speedway. Well, Dan, it's time to say goodbye. Another show in the books. Look forward to doing it again. On Thursday, June 6th, we will be right back here at the Weedsport Speedway for another edition of Off Track TV Live.
The fastest 30 minutes in racing.
That's right. Always a pleasure working with you.
For sure, Shane.
For the Weedsport production crew and everybody behind the scenes, for Dan Kapuzinski, my name is The Voice, Shane Andrews, saying thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at the races.
Team S picks up the win. Trouble. Holzheiser hard into the wall after contact with Armin. John Waters out of Whitesville, New York. Tonight, he is going to win the Rush Hour 30. We've got one up and hard and over. Another 2 cars, 3 cars, We're ready. Woody's ready. Weedsport, are you ready? Race fans, wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point harness. Grandpa, take a Viagra pill. It's time to get it on. Race fans, it's showtime.
For sportsman winner, Kevin Ridley.
Connor Cleveland will win his second feature of the year at the port. Friesen will hold off all advancement and win the Heroes Remembered 100.
Eric Rudolph out of Ransomville, New York, third-generation driver, picks up the win for the Hall of Fame 100.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see all of you at the races.